What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, you're gonna be watching some Rebirth gameplay. This is some of the newer gameplay that I've gotten recently. I think I got like 11 kills. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's a pretty interesting game. Make sure to watch to the end. But today, I want to talk about the Vanguard Alpha because it is Monday at the time you guys are watching this, and the alpha is over. Technically, the alpha is already over here on Sunday at the time I'm recording this, so technically, I'm not wrong either way. For those of you who are interested, maybe you're new to the channel or whatever, I did not play the Vanguard Alpha because I'm not playing on PlayStation 4. I have zero interest in playing on a PlayStation 4, a super old console for a pretty intensive game, let's be honest here. It's a pretty big game. It's going to be a big game when eventually you have to download it on your PC or whatever, so I just didn't feel a need to play it on my PlayStation. It's not for me, alright? Let's just put it that way. Maybe it's for you, and honestly, if it is for you, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below, because I'm definitely curious if you liked it, if you disliked it, if you hated it, just leave all that stuff in the comment section. And while you're down there, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, because I post COD videos very often, and if you're into COD, you're gonna like this channel. Today, I actually did want to take the negative route and talk about why the Vanguard Alpha kind of failed, in my opinion. I don't know if I'll call the video that, but it didn't do it for a lot of people, and I think I know why. After watching a lot of gameplay, after watching a couple of videos, and I think Birdman talked about it, I know the One Boom talked about it, it just wasn't really what people wanted from Call of Duty, and let's talk about it, okay? There's a couple of main reasons why I think the Vanguard Alpha failed, slash just didn't do its job, slash just wasn't interesting enough. Alright, the very first reason why I think it failed and why it didn't capture a lot of people's interest is because of the mode. The mode is complicated. The mode is not a simple just a gunfight, like people compare it to gunfight very often. It's not quite gunfight because there's this whole tournament aspect, there's streaks involved, there's perks involved. Gunfight is similar in the sense that it's 2v2 as well, but it's nowhere near as complicated, and I think for an alpha rather, if you're gonna drop an alpha, it's gotta be a very simplistic, very just easy way for someone to learn the game. Whether you're a COD veteran or brand new to Call of Duty, it should be very simple to learn. It should be simple to learn, the TTK, how the recoil patterns, what attachments do, what perks do, how powerful are streaks. Unfortunately, in this Vanguard Champion Hill Alpha, it really seemed like a lot of things were either randomized or just completely variable, like complete variables where you couldn't tell. Time to kill, for instance, time to kill was completely different in the sense of like, there's armor, I guess there wasn't stim, but there's armor, there's one armor, there's multiple armor. That doesn't do it for when you're trying to learn a game. When you're trying to learn a game, you want to be able to kind of get some consistency, right? If I go this way and shoot this door down, I'll have a line of sight here. That's how you learn the game. That's how you eventually get better, and that's how you know, okay, this is my advantage. When the game does come out and people didn't play the alpha, this is my advantage. Like I just said, it feels like you don't really have an advantage when you played this alpha. Maybe the movement and how fast some ADS things are, but you don't know a lot of other things. You don't know time to kill, you don't know spawns. Spawns was a big issue in this gunfight thing as well, where spawns were really sporadic, really random, and a lot of people really disliked it. I saw tons of Twitter clips, some YouTube videos where people were just pissed off at people spawning out of nowhere. Some people were spawning just in front of people, behind people. Of course, it's Call of Duty, it's a new game, of course they're gonna mess up spawns to a certain degree, but when you're trying to learn a game, it's just not cohesive and it doesn't flow. It really hurts the game, and obviously the Call of Duty title a lot more, in my opinion. So honestly, along with spawns and along with time to kill inconsistencies, I think the game was too complicated. It sounds confusing, seeing as how it was only, it was only an alpha. It was only 2v2, 3v3, and there was only a couple of maps. It was too complicated. It didn't encourage movement. I think something good about Gunfight that the One Boom said is that after a certain time period, the flag is in the middle. In order to win, you have to go to the flag. which is really smart when you think about it because it encourages movement. And if you want to win the round, you have to go play this objective. In Champion Hill, if you want to win the round, you can easily sit back and camp, and honestly you're supposed to because you want to save lives. So that makes sense to sit back and camp, and obviously it doesn't encourage movement. And I think that's why a lot of people thought that there was too much camping in this alpha, which honestly, just from the gameplay I saw, it really did look like there was way too much camping. It didn't like encourage people, right? If you're not going to encourage people to move, guess what? Call of Duty players are not going to move. I think the Gulag taught us that. Warzone teaches us that. Search and Destroy teaches us that. You know, a lot of people who play COD don't care about being cracked. They don't care about being exo ghosts or fugitives on PC or controller or whatever. They care about winning, and whether that means you win by camping the entire time or win by, you know, sliding around jump shotting, they care about winning. That's how people play. And another main reason why I think this alpha failed is because it's not going to be what the game is. A lot of people are super turned off at this title already, you know, whether it's be skill-based matchmaking, whether it be camping, and I think it just set people off on a really bad foot. I think Birdman talked about this, because when you have a game mode like this where people don't know what they're doing, people are, you know, encouraged to camp, you're gonna leave a bad taste in people's mouths. People who are, you know, supposedly interested in buying this game, they could easily just not get the game because they think the game is going to be like this, when honestly, in reality, I don't think a lot of people are gonna play 2v2 Champion Hill. I just don't, you know. Maybe it's just me. It didn't look like a lot of people wanted to play this. It didn't look like a lot of people were interested in playing Champion Hill. And honestly, if you ask my opinion, I'm personally not interested in it. Like, I'm probably just gonna completely skip out on this mode when I eventually get the game, because it just, why do I need to play 2v2 like a sweat fest? It's not good. Speaking of sweat, a lot of people were unhappy with how sweaty it was. The game mode that we had to play is literally just a 2v2 competition. Like, why are we playing this competition? It's an alpha. We're supposed to be learning the game. We're supposed to be testing out weapons, stats, things like that, learning the mechanics. Why are we forced to sweat right off the bat against other people in this tournament? And if you think it's supposed to be casual, it's literally not. Like, it's literally a competition where you have to be the best team. And so obviously people who are, you know, even casual players who are, you know, experiencing that, they're gonna try their best. They're gonna sweat. They're gonna do way better than they otherwise would have, or try way harder than they otherwise would have. And that also is gonna leave a bad taste in people's mouths, because they're gonna think that this entire game is sweaty for some reason. They're gonna think that everyone who plays this game is a complete sweat, is a complete no life, and that is not fun for an alpha. I think they're really focusing on like the competitive aspect, which is fine, but in an alpha, I think it's a little too early. Mix that in with the fact that people are learning the game. People are not sure where to go in the map. People are learning where you can shoot from cover, how to mount, how to dismount. People are learning in this alpha, and they really wanted people to sweat during this at the same time. In my opinion, it really was not a good look. I disagree with their idea here. Like, I'm not gonna knock them for trying something new. I'm never gonna knock, you know, a developer for trying. Was it successful? Not really, in my opinion. But like I said, at the same time, I'm not gonna crucify them for trying something new and maybe it didn't work. As far as an alpha goes, it was not the best decision. I think a lot of people, looking back on it now, maybe they were excited that, you know, it was going to look like this, it was going to play fast, or, you know, it was kind of like Gunfight. People were expecting it. Honestly, it was more complicated than Gunfight, and it wasn't a good idea. That's all I have to say. You know, like, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, especially if you've played it, because like I said, I haven't played it, okay? Maybe you can, you know, leave in the comments like, oh, what are you talking about? You didn't play the game. I feel like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Call of Duty usually. Not to sound too egotistical, but I do feel like I don't miss when it comes to COD takes. So, I mean, I guess everyone feels that way, but definitely let me know your thoughts, okay? Especially if you played the game. Did you find not Gunfight, I keep calling it that. Did you find Champion Hill fun or not? Did you think it was boring? I know a lot of people got bored after, like, you know, an hour, 2 hours. I mean, that's to be expected. I think I would get bored too. But I honestly do think that while Gunfight's not like a superior mode, I think for a test mode, it was definitely a better idea, in my opinion. And I think, yeah, I think I would rather play the Gunfight Alpha, and it was a better idea to do the Gunfight Alpha than this Champion Hill mode. I really can't, I can't see people playing this game, you know, going forward. I don't know. That's just me. You know, maybe they will. Maybe I'm wrong, and they're gonna love this game. But for me, it just didn't do it for me. I just was not a fan, and I can't see myself playing it more than like when I'm bored with like one person or something, you know, because like I said, it's a 2v2, 3v3 mode. Other than that, you know, if you're in a party of 4, you're gonna play Warzone. If you're playing a party of 6, you're gonna play like Respawn or Search. So there's really no room for this mode in Call of Duty. So I kind of wish they'd stop focusing on these little modes, trying to get people to, you know, get into COD. Just 6v6. That's what COD is. That's what COD has been, and I think that's how COD should be. So again, let me know your thoughts on Vanguard so far, especially the alpha. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do appreciate the support, and hope you guys have a great rest of the Monday and great rest of the week. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.